Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. I'm just going to go over a recap of what my portfolio paid me so far this month and what I've been buying. So, jumping into things here, we're going to look at the performance versus the S&P 500. That's what I like to try to benchmark my portfolio against. So, the last 3 months, it's ahead. The last 6 months, it's still ahead. And year to date, actually beating the S&P 500 by almost 1.5%. The longer that time frame goes out, obviously it's no longer outperforming, but I do think that the performance has been holding up pretty well. Of course, these nice dividends being reinvested every month make a huge difference. And as of now, I haven't been spending any dividends. I've just been strictly reinvesting them. I think that might be changing next month, though. Just with work and living situations, we sold all of our property. We sold our primary house, which was duplex, so half rental and the other half we lived in. So our living situation's about to change, potentially work situations changing as well, because we're going to be moving cities, moving throughout Alberta down to the Calgary area is what we're looking for. So besides that, jumping into the portfolio for August so far, everything here you can see that says paid has paid me out. So, we're about 5,000 or so that's been paid out. Maybe we're waiting on 425 from Canoe, and then 190 from GDV, and then almost 200 from CDAY, and then another $23 from BCCC. So that's my Bitcoin covered call ETF. And also, by the way, I don't have Bitcoin in my holdings here, but I am buying Bitcoin and building up a store of Bitcoin. I think I've got not quite 0.1, but maybe 0.05 or so. So I'm really trying to stack that up. So now every month when I get my dividends, I'm allocating just a little bit, regardless of the price, towards Bitcoin, because I do want to build up my Bitcoin. And so as far as what I bought this month, bought HHIS, bought a little bit more BCC. I know BCC, because it's writing covered calls on Bitcoin, it's partly a Bitcoin position, but I do have a Bitcoin wallet, and I'm buying Bitcoin just to hold as well, just for long-term growth outside of the dividends. Bought some HYLD and HDIV, bought a little bit more USCL. My USCL paid me $13.28, and they actually reduced the dividend slightly from what it was. So USCL, it's a stable holding of mine, but I don't really like how the dividend's been fluctuating. And I know it's not, big fluctuations, but you look at them, they cut their dividend. It was only by maybe a cent or something like that. But in the same month that they cut their dividend, HYLD actually increased their dividend. So I feel like HYLD is just a little bit more stable, and I'm kind of wishing I put a little bit more money into HYLD rather than into USCL. But we're going to see USCL, it is recovering. It's slowly trending back up to that $23 range. So I bought some of that. I bought a bunch of HHIS. That was earlier this month. That was when that little dip happened. But yeah, when I got paid my dividends, pretty much I didn't reinvest everything exactly as it was, but I bought HYLD, HDIV, BCC, and HHIS. And I keep looking for deals, but I'm not really seeing any. I'm not really seeing a lot of things as far as price fluctuation right now. And, I keep hearing about a rate cut. So maybe we're going to see a rate cut next month. I keep seeing a lot of things that the rate cut's been priced in. That's why everything's still rallying. It's like a 92% chance. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm seeing. So let me know in the comments if you guys, what you think about that, because I know a lot of people are waiting for that. And maybe we'll see even another little rally if that happens. that's pretty much what's going on with the portfolio, guys. I've moved my benchmark to 75,000 annually, which I do think I can achieve, especially if I allocate a little bit more towards, HHIS or some of the higher yield. But I'm really trying to stick with like HYLD, HDIV, USCL kind of as my core holdings. But I am leaning more towards CDAY, maybe even QDAY or SDAY from Hamilton as some core holdings, just allocating some more funds towards those. And those are also higher yield as well. So I think with the newer funds coming out, I'm at, if I look at my full year, I'm at, 72.5 almost, and I'm not done reinvesting this month. So that's my goal, 75,000 annually. Once I hit that, we got to move that benchmark again. But that's the power of the dividend snowball, you guys. If you're new to dividend or income investing, taking those monthly dividends and reinvesting them can really grow that snowball. You can see here how it's grown, over the last year. And there was some large real estate that I sold, so there were some large injections of cash throughout this period. So this wasn't just growth from the portfolio, but some of the months it was, and from 4.7 to 4.9, like some of the months was just reinvesting and letting those dividend snowballs just build up slowly over time. So you can start small, right? You can, wherever you're at, you can start, and it just takes time. So I'm pretty excited to keep continuously hitting these milestones. These new income funds coming out all the time are making things a little bit more smooth with growing the income as well. And, if I have to pull some out and spend some, I'll still I still plan to reinvest at least half, probably more than half. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. And if anyone's interested, maybe I'll do a condo tour of our new place, because it'll be the first time for us actually downsizing, minimizing expenses and trying to maximize freedom, lifestyle, and passive income. So anyways, guys, that's the goal. Freedom is the goal at the end of the day. I think that's why we all invest this way. I hope everybody has a great week. I'm out here on the West Coast enjoying my vacation. I'm out here all month in the Vancouver area. So, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think the market's doing. I don't see any deals this week, but who knows? Maybe we'll see something pop up. Anyways, guys, have a great week out there. Catch you on the next video.